Welcome back to Paru's Custom Corn. Welcome back to SAO anniversary review. We're doing blue, and we're looking at Yui. We got Brian, Carmen, and Oliver. Say hello, everyone.
What's up?
And I'm going to read this card because it's neat.
Go ahead.
When this card is placed on stage from hand, you may discard an anniversary character if you do draw one. And then when this card is placed on stage from hand or in waiting room from stage, you may pay one, ditch one. If you do, search for an anniversary character.
Triple filter! Whoa!
Yeah, this card's actually kind of nuts.
Yeah, so I've said this a couple times. This is the new power creep. This is the new Weiss Schwarz power creep, where our cards only have 2 lines of text, but they actually have 3 lines of text because they trigger at 2 different timings.
And it still has a reasonable power despite that.
Look, you open up, and your hand is you open up this card, a level 3 and 2 climaxes, and you're like, wow, fuck, yeah, no, what do I do? And then you ditch draw, you draw another climax, you're still okay.
Yeah, just we'll figure it out.
Yeah, this card I would give it the A+.
I think that this is almost better than the Ricky. If you search for 2 level 1 combos,
going
more of a plus than the Ricky was.
If you have 2 stock, so you go second level 1 turn, you play this, yeah, it's pretty cracked. You're ready to go with climax. That is really sick.
They were just like, hey, you know that card we put on the ban list, Mari? What if we just made
this is
bro.
Much better.
Yeah, dude. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong here.
Punish the idle fans.
Please punish. Yeah, please.
Hey, and guess what? This next card can fucking trigger the Yui.
True. Oh, dude, you can get them. You should stay all those cards out of your deck, bro. Synergy alert. All right,
Brian,
go ahead, Brian.
All right, level 1 Shinon. Experience during your turn. If the total level of cards in your level zone is 2 or higher, this card is 6k on your turn. When this card attacks, you may sack an anniversary character on your stage. If you did reveal the top card of your deck, if that card is an anniversary character, add it to your hand. Also has Act. Send 1 card from hand to waiting room. Send this card to the bottom of your deck. Choose 1 character in your waiting room. Add it to your hand.
Why is this card so overloaded?
It's a 6k cross turn 0/2 that can also sack itself to filter into any card.
6k on turn.
Can you believe that this card
is it on turn? Oh yeah.
Power.
Oh, it is on turn.
So much good cards.
It's on turn. You're right, Brian.
Yeah, whatever. That's fine.
Yeah, this card's cracked. I have seen so many decks, in the brewing period, before everybody was 2-1 Alice is the most broken thing on earth, that literally just played this as their entire level 1 strategy, because it let them pivot into whatever the fuck they wanted to do for the rest of the game. Because the card, you play 4 of this, and it's this card exchanges for any other card at the cost of -1, but it could also plus me. Also, it trips my Yui that we just looked at, which is really cool synergy to let me search too while also refunding my card. Also, it's a serviceable attacker at 6k. Haha. This card gets a minus on the balance. Paru's custom corner.
This is definitely a custom card.
Yeah, this is a custom card.
These first 2 cards actually have definitely been custom set cards.
Yeah. Oh, you can give it a rate. It's just A for ass. You like the butt.
Yeah, her booty cheeks are showing.
They are.
That is the key part of her design. Sal progressive. 3/2 Kirito. When he's played with stage from hand, you can heal. When this card attacks, if you have the pants in your climax zone, you have another character, anniversary character, and you have Alicization, the 1/1 mask event in your memory. Mill the top card of your deck. Deal X to your opponent. X is equal to that card's cost +1.
UBW.
It's unlimited blade works. Look at all the swords.
Again,
he have a lot of swords.
Alice thins the low cost cards out of your deck. So this works very well with Alice. The pants trigger means that you have a little bit of extra safety net for getting your climax for Alice, which is always nice. This card has a bunch of other shit stapled to it, which eats up slots in your deck, but gives this character really cool effects. Like I said, whether you decide to play 8 pants or pants or choice pants. It really doesn't fucking matter. Just play whichever one you like. And the Kirito is really cool. There's a lot to like about him. Except for the character. Fuck Kirito.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a
My-
cool
my
Yu-Gi-Oh
spirit
coming up
animal.
too that we haven't seen yet.
Dude, you
That's
really
like one
can't
of the
just
best reasons to play this card.
You really can't just stable so many effects to this card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we had like an official online client, like Pokemon or like Yu-Gi-Oh, where they like staple the effect text to the card if you hover over it, you would get a fucking novel.
You get a
If you
novel.
had all the how many effects this card had.
Especially if you had more than one Yu-Gi-Oh in your waiting room.
Yeah,
Or in your memory.
because the Yu-Gi-Oh is a giant block on his own. They get stapled to him. All right, next card, Ollie.
I got this level 0 Kirito. When a climax plays in your climax zone, choose a character gets 1k. It's married life. And then it is also a on stage.
Nice.
Yeah, this card's super sick.
Yeah, seems pretty
This
good.
is your best costed act if you're trying to play the green act stuff. That deck really wants a costless one. Again, we'll look at that when we get to the PRs, but this is like your best costed back row act. Unfortunately, has a little bit of overlap with the Mito that herself gets pay one salvage, which is why you really wanted a free one. But
Pay 2 salvage 2.
not having LN anti-set problems.
Like this card, the biggest issue is card suffers from his back row slots because
Yes, back row slots are an issue.
Yeah, so many cards you'd want to put in the back row.
All right, Paru, stay cool.
Oh, I got the cool Yu-Gi-Oh. When he's in your memory, all of your level 3 Kiritos get pay 2 ditch 1. When he's front attacked, you may pay the cost. If you do, the character across from him gets -2 soul for the turn.
You have to choose. Expert gets around it.
You're right. And so it turns your Kirito into a neg soul if he doesn't kill him. He also has on attack, you may discard a card to bounce one of your anniversary characters to hand. So pretty good with the Leafa or the Administrator that don't like do anything after you play them.
Or just the Asuna to bounce the Asuna back to Millmore.
Yeah, honestly, any of like the Alice Turbo level 0s work pretty well with this. And then when he's reversed, you can just throw him in memory. You have 2 or less memory.
Totally fine card for the deck.
I think this is actually the reason to play the Kirito level 3.
Like you get to attack with your admin, bounce her back to hand, so she's not a dead card at 0, because you really want to clock her at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in English, where she'll give you access to stock swap if you clock her at 1. That effect's always like really neat. Not a lot of sets take advantage of it. It's cool that this is one that can. I know Kit's a big fan of that effect.
Agreed.
Back to Bryant.
All right, level 0, Happy Yu-Gi-Oh. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is an anniversary trait character, this turn, this card gains 2,000 power. He becomes 3,500. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, choose one of your opponent's characters. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, that card cannot move to other slots on the stage.
I don't think this is very good.
I don't think it's great either.
I don't think you need a card like this.
He kills the runner.
He can kill Armin.
He can.
I guess.
Trades with Armin.
It's like the most important. Oh yeah, he's only 3/5. Never mind. Yeah, this card sucks.
You can also like play. I think I'd rather play the Yuki, like the Climax Series A.
Whose card is this? Back. Missing it.
This is yours.
Oh, okay. 2/1 Asuna and Yui. This card's colorless. If you play it on a full board of Anniversary, you can choose an Anniversary in your waiting room, send it to stock to make it a 2/0. On attack, choose one of your other characters. It gets +X power. X is equal to the number of your Anniversary characters times 1,000. So you can get 4K somewhere. It's a super Shimakai.
It's like inoffensive.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not good.
As long as it's the last card you played.
Big power.
Yep.
It's the best assist in the set.
Oh, it's the 2/1 Xenon. I like this card.
Is this me? Or is
no,
Ollie?
this is me. This is me. It's a 2K assist level 3s and rest 2 brainstorm. For each climax you hit, you get to deal X damage to your opponent, X number of climaxes that you hit.
Pretty dank.
X were the climaxes.
biggest problem with this card is that this card is blue. It's really hard to fit blue into the unit deck where you have a bloated amount of cards that are green that you have to
You
play.
know where this card is really sick? Is in 6 Pants, 2 Stoxel Alicization. Because this is Fluctlight trait.
It is Fluctlight.
So the turn that you use War of the Underworld, you tap everything you have on your stage to do a bunch of burn damage, and then
That's
play
a
War
lot
of
of
the Underworld.
burns.
That's,
that's
so
funny,
much
yeah.
main phase burn. That's so funny.
Yeah,
I think this card's super sick.
yeah.
I'm a fan.
pretty
It's
sick.
niche, but card's good when used right. It just sucks that it's. I just wish they had more assists in this set. This
Yeah.
set's like randomly scuffed for certain profiles. Are good.
Beginning of opponent's attack phase, you may pay 2, return this to hand, bounce one of your other characters to hand.
I'd rather it be Bell. Punch myself in the
Yeah.
face.
Hmm.
I just don't have to play level 0 anymore.
You know, Bell would be kind of neat in with like all of the mill cards.
Yes, it would probably be too good actually. You just can't spend stock in that deck because you need the stock to get your Alice's.
Yeah.
So you really just want to attack as much as possible and have as much stock overhead as you can.
Mhm.
All right, next. Brian.
All right, 1-0 Kirito. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, if you have 2 or less cards in memory, you may choose one of those level 0 Yu-Gi-Ohs we just looked at in your waiting room and send it to memory. And it's a cost 0 bottom deck bomb.
You don't need it.
I guess it's fine.
I guess if you want to put
If you're
Yu-Gi-Oh
really
in your-
hurting to get
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh
Just
in
crash
there.
them in. It's free.
It's free real estate.
It's literally free.
1-0
Okay.
Kirito with the hand. When this card is placed on the stage from hand, you may pay 1 and sack one of your other anniversary or progressive characters. If you did, search your deck for an anniversary or progressive character revealed to your opponent. Add it to hand, shuffle your deck. It's like
neat.
the drop search that you use to sack your Yui to search another card.
Holy,
Holy moly.
that's an interaction right there.
Yep, you can spend all of your stock to search 3 cards. And then this card will sit in your back row like any other drop search. And then never attack.
Yeah.
Alright, next. Ollie.
This looks familiar.
Yeah.
1-0 Xenon. If the pants is in your climax zone, if this is the front row, if all your characters are anniversary, perform one of the following effects. Perform one of the following effects 2 of your choice.
One of the 2
Right.
effects of your choice. It's
Yeah.
One of the following 2 effects. Okay. During this turn, this card gets the following effect. This effect activates up to once per turn. When this card attacks during this attack, perform trigger check twice during trigger step. And choose one of your opponent's level 1 or higher characters. Your opponent chooses one extra or character in their waiting room. And exchange them. X is the level chosen minus 1. It's level down. So it's Twin Driver level down.
It's
what a
just
waste of some
even
really
worse
cool
than
art.
Chica.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate.
If you ever do the second effect, you just lose the game on the spot because you have a 3-card hand. We've had
Dude,
this,
if you do the first
I've had this
effect, you lose
discussion.
the game on the spot.
It was like every time
Seems rough, yeah.
every time this like effect is brought up, it's like, what if you get rid of an Obro and you fuck your opponent's plus? And I was like, so you pass back to your opponent who can then like do literally anything.
It just brains.
Yeah, they can just clock or brainstorm. And it's just like every time, like if you ever choose to resolve this effect instead of trying to go for A plus or do anything, you just lose the game. Like, and I don't
Dude,
know.
it's
we've
not even
seen-
like you have a plus to go for. It's a stock charge level 1 combo.
Well, you're trying to trigger climaxes, right? That's like the idea.
Oh my god, it's on pants, dude. You're gonna bury that shit.
Yeah, dude. Well,
You can't
for
even
this
pay it out in the
one,
battle phase.
trigger doors in your other one. I
Oh,
don't
that card's
fucking
still
know.
terrible.
Yeah, it's not very good.
You know what? I
Alright.
changed my rating. This card's an F.
This card's effects wording is a grammar nightmare too.
It is. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, next. Paru.
When your other anniversary or progressive character attacks, he gets 1500 power for the turn, and he has hand encore.
Blech.
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 Hmm.
Whoa.
Back to Brian.
She's on the bed.
She's laying on the bed. Level 3, if you
I've run out
have
of scene.
a full field of anniversary characters, it can early play, and it triggers twice.
Why did they
Funny.
give, why did they give Xenon to like free
2
twin
shots,
drive?
dude. She shoots the gun.
Oh my
But she
god.
uses a sniper rifle.
Yeah, she
I
fires
know.
one time.
I
Has
know,
anyone
it doesn't make
ever
any
played this
sense. I have seen this card shown up as a one of.
I've
I
seen
never
people
sleeved
try to
it.
play it. I don't know how effective it is.
It's like if you
Seems
It is a
very
one
whatever to
stock.
me.
It's
if
a
you-
one stock 10k.
Yeah, it's a 10k. It's a 1 stock on the first turn. If you can keep it around, this card is blue, so you do have the Xenon assist. If you can keep this card around with a costless backup, you could stand to stock charge 1 over the course of 2
The
turns.
stock charge is so that you can pay for the Xenon Brainstorm.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that you can do a bazillion damage. I don't think
Nice.
it's the worst thing. I don't think it's the best thing.
Yeah, I
thing.
don't think I would play this, but like
It's-
maybe it's neat.
It's fine. Would be cool if we had the 8 pants deck. I think this goes in like that memory kicker slot in that deck. That'd be cool.
Plussing 0 alert.
Oh, this is technically a plussing 0. You can build your own. You can build your own plussing 0, bro. All right. Whose card is this? Mine.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right. At the start of your opponent's attack phase, choose one of your anniversary characters, move it to an empty slot, front row, center slot. So you turn any card into a center runner.
You play with
Um,
the Mito, bro.
Yeah,
No,
then you got a
that's fine.
4,500 level 1 center runner.
Yeah.
And then act climax combo. You can pay 1, rest 2 of your characters. Choose a level X or lower anniversary character in your waiting room. Add it to your hand. X is equal to the number of this choice in your waiting room. So you can always tap it down for a level 0.
Not the worst card I've ever seen.
No, it's
That's
actually,
fine.
It's actually kind
Hard.
of okay. Yeah.
That
B-
exists.
build your own broken field plus.
Yeah, play with the Mito.
Yeah.
You can run your Leafa Rico across the
No.
field playing
Yeah.
like
Okay,
Deja
here's the dream. Here's the dream. You play down the silica, you surveil into this. This card goes to the back row. Your opponent has only 1 attacker, and you run the silica to the other lane, and it pluses next turn because you attack with this. That's the line, bro. I gave you the lines. Please respond. Next card. Ollie.
Alright, we got this Kirito, Asuna, and Silica like randomly in the corner over there. I'm
Got a
playing-
knife. Roll with knife.
Knife. I'm playing for station hand. You do the fucking stupid call a number. If they call the right number that you mill, draw that +1. And then when this card attacks, you can twin drive.
You always call level 0. Always call 0. There's no game. There's no like thought behind it. You call 0. You always call 0.
Paddy Wagon and I discussed this, I think, in our Toho review. Spoilers.
Did
And,
you?
we both fucking hate that effect.
Oh yeah, I hate it too.
Yeah,
I hate it specifically because the objectively correct answer is you always call 0.
Because you just give them the +1.
Yeah, because like if you can sit there and waste all this time looking through their deck, like trying to like make like some sort of like thought process where you go like, oh, I should call this number, and then what you don't realize when you make this like entire math-based like statistical analysis of your opponent's deck, being like, it is optimal for me to call level 2. You didn't consider the fail case of that was your opponent mills their 1/1 counter and goes +3. Like for no reason. So the correct answer is to always call level 0 because it is the least damaging option in every case. You always call level 0 and you never ever call anything else. It's not like a game. It's just like, okay, we say level 0, we see if you draw, and we move to the next thing. Like it's just a waste of an effect. I agree. I agree with you and Patty. Maybe for a different reason, but
My favorite interaction with this card that I've had is playing against someone playing in Bofree, and he fielded a card that top checked on play, and then immediately played that card right afterwards. I'm like, and he just looked at me like, yeah. It's a good thing I know. It's a good thing I know what you just revealed.
very funny. All right, next. Paru. Yeah, Paru.
Yes. I'm getting in there. Hang on.
Ideal.
We're looking at Agile.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Agile,
Eggiru.
Eggle. I don't know how you say it.
says-
Aegil,
It
yeah.
says
Eggiel.
Eggiru.
Egil.
When this card is placed on the stage, you may clock a character from hand to look at up to X cards. X is equal to the number of your opponent's characters and take one. So he digs for your choice combo or your choice climax after your first Alice turn.
I have been playing this as a one of in my English only build of Alice. I might cut it.
Oh really?
It has. I think it has too much
It's cute.
anti-synergy with Alice's game plan, where after you get it off, your opponent will not have a board, and checking 2 kind of sucks.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's like,
Mm.
or even in the early game, like it's like, oh, my opponent might have like 3 characters at most. Am I really gonna clock myself again to dig 3 because it expends a card from hand right then, right? Which is
Yeah.
like the worst thing that you want to do at that time. You want to have all the hand and all the stock that you can while milling out, which is why the admin's so good because you just straight exchanges, as opposed to this card. So I think it's just going to become a 4th admin. But I think the card's fine. It's like one of your only ways to dig without that early play that they have in LN set. So
Mhm.
that's worth
Sure.
noting. All right, next, back to Brian.
All right, where are we?
Plusing 0 alert.
Level 0 Shinon. When
Not
this card's battle
really.
opponent becomes reversed, you may send this card to memory if you did at the beginning of your next draw phase, pop it back out and put it on stage. It's a level 0 time machine. Nope.
Nope, not for me, please.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, I hate these. They're not plusing zeros.
It
1
wasn't
0. What's his name again?
Fine.
Line.
Line.
Here's
Oh,
his lover.
Balls Deep 69 from Sword Art of Bridge. For each of your opponent's characters in the back row, this card gets 1500 power. F plus.
He's better than a vanilla, probably. Wait, no. Usually he is a vanilla.
Yeah. Has he had any good card? Didn't he have one passable card at one point?
He's a
It's like
vanilla,
also a
he's a
blue
vanilla.
card.
Not that I can think of.
Hey, look, cute art on that.
I remember it has like a usable.
Balls deep 69.
Wait.
Sword Art of Bridge
What?
is great.
Why
you-
is
if
there
you-
another? Why is there another Shimakai?
Wait.
That's what Yui does. She's a support.
We already saw Shimakai.
Cute little. She's your
Oh,
cute little AI daughter.
She
Whose
is really
card was this? I guess we
Not
skipped
really.
it.
Who cares,
I don't
dude? It's a
know.
vanilla. This is a vanilla.
Yeah, it's when Kirito goes lead hacker mode and just fucking like rips the game apart. It's like if Kirito could go lead hacker mode and save his fucking AI daughter, then why can't he fucking hack them out of the game, bro? What the fuck?
He's smart, but he's not that smart.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Uh,
I guess this is Ollie's since
This
we
is me
skipped
now.
that.
2/1 Yu-Gi-Oh! When this attacks during this turn, this gets X power, X number of opponent's characters times 2000.
great. It gains 4,000. It's worse than a vanilla.
Pretty-
What the fuck, dude?
Okay.
What is the string of cards all of a sudden?
Okay, so this next card is technically vanilla, so Paru doesn't have to waste his turn on it. This is a
Wait,
this
it's
is a
dank though.
it's a 5,500 power
This card is
2
bad.
cost backup. This is technically a vanilla stat
Huge.
line backup. That is a
This
lot
is
of power.
Huge.
Think of how big you
Huge.
can make Alice.
Yeah, at the cost of your stock, you can.
You just generate it all back when you combo again.
Yeah, right.
True.
It's to live.
What a strong card. Is there okay? Realistically,
No,
Would
there's
you-
not. No, there's not.
I
No.
doubt it.
Not-
It's really
okay, not
funny,
without
though.
Heathcliff.
oh, did you notice this card has no soul?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
that means
powerful.
that means a 5,500 counter is at 0 power.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It means it has no soul.
Huh.
That's crazy. That's like what the second
Mhm.
card in the entire fucking game to have that.
Because it's just the darkness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
The darkness too.
Yeah, 0 soul. I didn't even notice that until now. I was like, does this card have 2 soul? Because it's 2 costs. And I looked down, there's nothing there!
I'm glad you mentioned that. So now when
Thank you.
now when I have to play this card down as an attacker.
You paid 2 for
You get to direct for
nothing!
1.
You'll be ready, yeah.
Oh my god.
Your opponent's gonna say, "Actually, you're directing, so it's for 2."
Alright, next. This is Paru.
Alicization. It's mask. and you have to play it if you want to play the Kirito. It's not the worst card to be forced to play,
Mask
and
is
you
totally
only
fine.
need 1 to 2 of it because the Alice level 2
Level 2
combo
can grab it.
and you
Yep.
mill your whole deck out.
Sir,
Got some cool art.
You usually literally end your you start your Alice climax phase with all but 1 card in your waiting room, field, or
Sword art, like, you know, take it or leave it in terms of like property itself, but like, dear God, like the LN style art, so
yeah, it's pretty
clean,
nice.
so clean. Love to see it. That's why the LN set is like, I love it so much. But another line.
Integrity Knight support alert.
Whoa.
What?
8-1
Brian, go
support.
ahead.
3/5 event. Counter, choose up to 2 of your Anniversary or Integrity Knight or Noble characters. During this
Fuck
turn, they
Noble.
gain the following 2 effects. The character across from this card gets -2 soul. When this card is sent from the stage to the waiting room, you can put it back rested. Clog yourself with this card.
What does Noble trait hit?
Ronnie T say a few other choice cards from
Sortalini.
Sort Out. So one Sortalina, yeah.
Sortalini? I cannot believe that's a name.
Sortalini! Sortalini! This is Sortalini. It sounds like it's a fucking kind of pasta, dude.
System alert.
I can say that because I'm Italian. Anybody else said it would be not kosher. But
This card is.
this card's funny. It's not.
I don't think it's good, but it's interesting.
If you want to neg soul, just play the Kirito. For net less resources, you can neg soul in 2 lanes. Kirito.
Okay, but think of the content when you slam down a card that says "System Alert" in all caps.
System, you scream, you scream. You're sitting in a regional. Your opponent thinks that they have you dead, and then you scream, "System alert!" Play it down, clog yourself, and then your opponent goes, "No!" Like Yu-Gi-Oh.
It can't be!
System alert!
No!
And then their eye turns red and explodes, just like this show.
That is what happens in the show.
That sounds about
Alright.
right, yeah.
It is
Alright.
promo time, my dudes.
Lightning round. All right, Asuna. She's got her hands over her mouth. She's like, "Oh my God, what is that?" When your other 2/1 Kirito attacks, if that card doesn't have a marker, you may place this card underneath that card face up as a marker. If you did this turn, that card gets 1,000 power. And then this is it's a Takitsubo for level 1 or lower from your waiting room, but you clock the top card of your stock. You know what it is?
Yo, marker synergy.
I guess I've seen worse
Yeah,
cards.
It's like
Orange,
fine.
I guess, yeah.
Takitsubo plus
It does plus.
punch
I
yourself.
think the Kirito is like dank too. I think he's like Azusa.
Here it is, the costless act. 1/0 Mito. When this effect activates up to once per turn, when you use act, choose one of your characters, give it 1500 power, and then you can rest this card to give one other character +2 levels, so it gets anti-changed. This is your only costless act that you have in like anime only.
Well,
That
dang.
is
You can give your-
depressing.
you can give
Yeah,
your
it's so
opponent's
sad.
character an Adachi.
Yeah, you can Adachi one of your opponent's characters. It has some funny. It's like I said, it's not the worst card.
Aria.
It's not the worst card. It's just not ideal
Yeah.
because it's also not a level 0.
Build your own aria.
Damn, build your own art. All right, 3/2 Mito. If your opponent has a level 3 character, this gets -1 level, so it's a counter early play. And if this is in the front row, it's a global 15.
Whoa!
Wow.
Boring.
Sure is a card.
As ever. 2/1 Kirito. During your turn, this card gets 10,000 power. He is a-
Whoa!
When your other Asuna is placed underneath this card as a marker, you may send 1 card from your hand to the waiting room. If you did, look it up to 4 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 anniversary or progressive character among them, reveal it to your opponent, add it to hand, then the remaining cards to your waiting room. So it's like a check 4 on attack. It happens on attack phase.
Oh
This-
god.
It's not even Disgaea. It's on its.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We got a couple more.
It's not good. It's not good.
We got a couple more spicy ones. We got this level 0. This is the coin flip that never came to English. So you will finally be able to play
card.
Garasao
Yo, Garza.
now that it is completely outdated and you probably have better options. But this card is like the coin flip was like a necessary part of the strategy. Because like going overhand, yeah, it's like one of those special box toppers. Like a foil reprint.
Yeah, you have to buy in Japanese at least. You had to buy like 3 boxes, and you would get a pack with one of these cards in them.
Yeah, so pretty sus if we're ever gonna get them for English, because who knows? Bushiroad screws up distribution all the
maybe
time.
we'll get them in one of the shop support promo.
No, this will probably be in like the tournament support.
Yeah,
pack.
but you will finally be able to play Gara. The card itself is actually completely fine. It's just a 2500 coin flip.
Yeah.
It is necessary for that deck. Even after all this time, if you were gonna play Gara, I would still probably play this. This is a reprint of the SD Alice PR, which is an 1/1 unreversible, where if you have experience 2 or higher, it's a 6/5.
It's cute.
Jank card. It has a different name, but has the same name clause thing.
And the actual card.
Yep, reprint of Money Counter.
The actual
with
reason you're
sick
getting
art.
this pack, it does have sick
Yeah,
art. I
you
have
want-
it in Japanese, dude. The card looks awesome.
Yeah, this is what you want. Or this card, the Mother's Rosario.
Yeah, this card slaps. The art's
You got like a 60% shot at getting like a cool card. The coin flip's a fine one to get. Obviously, you want opposition by the shield or the bar. But that is it for SAO 10th Anime Anniversary. Like we said many times throughout the set review, it is very unfortunate that we do not have the light novel set. Even if all we had was like one of those like the AOT style PR support pack with like some different art reprints, if like it's an LN art issue with licensing that just gave us some of those effects, it would be pretty nice. I would really like to see like a very small selection of choice cards come over with those effects to English. But we'll see. Maybe Bushiroad's got something in the pipeline, but at this rate, I fucking doubt it. So you're probably just going to be stuck with anime only, which unfortunately means you're playing like some kind of jank, or you're just playing a pile of cards centered around 2/1 Alice, which is not a bad thing because this 2/1 Alice is fucking broken. This card's going to change the meta a lot, I think. I think this card's hella fucking toxic. But is what it is.
We'll have to do a deck profile on it at some point.
Yeah, at some point there will be a deck profile on it. I got to do more testing for just English only, because I've been playing the very comfy JP version of the deck, which is very streamlined.
I have actually switched to the English only version, and like my list has been like pretty successful so far.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good to hear. I mean, it's just the usual like replacements. You just go down from like 4 Chieri to 3 because it's not as good. Play 4 admin, same kind of strategy. Just swap out the stock swaps because you're on red or whatever. Not pretty easy changes. But yeah, Alice is really fucking good. Gonna change the meta. I don't think that a lot of decks are prepared to answer it. I think a lot of decks just don't have the ability to play those level 2 killers. And those level 2 killers, I think we had this discussion with Dean. Dean brought up that, like, you play those level 2 killer cards, and if you don't queue into Alice, like, they just suck. So your deck is worse against everyone else to play this tech. And it's a tech you have to see by level 1, so, like, you gotta play a decent amount of it, like, at least 2.
I think AOT and Psychono are like the only decks that can play that card and not suffer.
Yeah, because they have the Historia, right, from the PR pack, right?
Yeah.
They have the Historia.
Yeah, I mean, you could just keep gearing it back and killing Alice's.
Psychono always had slots for the Error.
Yeah.
Which is like a bigger than average one, and AOT has like ways to throw power around if it had to contest Alice's, but every other deck, I think the most toxic part about Alice is that if you are someone who like goes to regionals or even like just at your local level and you don't take the game super seriously, like you're not a super competitive player, you mostly play for fun and you're fine with playing things that are maybe older, a little bit outdated, Alice is literally fucking unanswerable for you and will make your life so fucking terrible every game you have to sit across from Alice. And you got to remember that this card is a rare and it's sword art. The set is going to be open to hell and back by collectors, people that love sword art. Those cards command insane prices. Like going back to even like the stamp cards and stuff like that. This deck is going to be highly available. It's going to be cheap, and if you are someone who is like usually content with playing those lower power sets, this is just going to make your life really unfun for a while until it gets hopefully answered on a ban list. Because I think that's the only way to like curb it. I don't think there's a way to like print hate against this kind of stuff because it's just too easy. The Pachin stuff is like again a mistake. I don't think that stuff should ever be printed again. Even when it's on a vanilla, that stuff's gross.
Well, it probably won't be, because usually when stuff like this happens, they make like one card and it's like kind of broken, and then they like push it a little bit, and all of a sudden it's like the best thing in the game.
Yeah,
They
that's
usually
exactly what
learn their
happened. Yeah,
lesson immediately after that.
they were like, "Oh, 2-1 Pachin, it's a vanilla, haha, big funny 16k card you can't answer," and then people were like playing into it, and it's like, wait, this is kind of toxic and gross, and like actually pretty good, but it's in like TRV, and TRV has like some really good benefits, but like some problems, so it didn't see a ton of success. Still saw some success, and then Alice drops, and it's a slightly pushed version of that in a set with like all these tools to support it, and then they're like, whoa, Alice is just the dumbest shit ever. I think it's the fact that the worst part about the card for players is that it just pushes out the like people who don't have stuff that's maybe new enough to maybe keep up with it.
Mm-hmm.
It just shuts down old stuff, because like how is old stuff going to answer these fucking 2-1s at 1 without like completely hampering their already kind of outdated strategy? It really sucks.
Like, I have people at my locals who play like, they play like Fate Apocrypha. There's like some like Persona sometimes, and they even can like do well sometimes with those like objectively outdated decks. But like against like Alice, those decks are actually just unplayable.
Yeah, you literally can't do anything.
It feels really bad for people to like be like, wow, my deck is actually unplayable into this one.
Even something like Ruby, I felt so bad for Robert at SCC sitting across from like I like hit the nut, got triple Alice out, and he's like, damn, I have so much power pump, and because you picked up a backup, I can't even begin to fathom countering a lane, like beating over a lane. And Ruby's really good at cracking down boards. That was a deck that could crack down MTI. And you can't fucking get over Alice because you can't get over the first lane.
Well, it is like the most played deck in Japan right now.
Yes.
By a large margin. So it's going to be hit in Japan. Likely is going to be hit in English too, because I'm guessing something very similar is going to happen.
Does this, one thing I thought of the other day, does this bully out Saikano? Even though they have the level 2 killer? Is it just, is multiple Alices just too much for Obro to ever generate any amount of meaningful game state against?
The Alice player can just play the Sortolini, and like your opponent can't just hoard. They can't just hoard memory, so they can't even.
Yeah, like one copy of that card is enough, and that card isn't even dead in other matchups. It's not like it's not a like liability to put in your deck either. That's an interesting point, that this might just shut down Saikano from existing, because Saikano will be an expensive deck to pick up relative to Alice, because you can pick up 8 choices. How many double rares are in the deck? Rico's? Is that it? Is it Rico's? Rico's Brainstorm? Two Argo Brainstorm?
Yeah.
2 Argo Brainstorm? Like some early play healers? Like, are they even going to be that expensive with how much shit is opened? Probably not.
No, the deck is going to be $50, dude.
Yeah, it's not going to be expensive. Like the barrier to entry is going to be low. I think it might push Saikano out. Which will keep Saikano unbanned, which after Alice is banned means Saikano will be good, so good for Saikano players in the long run.
It is going to be really fun, I think, to see how people try to like build their Alice decks to beat other Alice decks.
Yeah.
Like I've already started, like I'm already on 2 of the level 2 killer, because it just happens to like kill Alice if you have the Argo Brainstorm.
But that's one of the few decks that can actually play it, though. I think Dean's right about the other decks. I think it hurts a lot of other decks to try to slot those cards. All right, well, we can get into end stuff, upcoming content. What more do we got to do, Brian? What's
just got
left?
Some new announcements. It's like Azure Lane's coming up.
Oh my god!
Have fun with that 200 card set.
Oh no!
What else got announced? Slime 3.
Slime 3, yeah, we can get Ryan back if he's got time. After he's still testing.
Review Starlight.
No. Well, we got to get Matt out of retirement.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, we got to get
Oh,
Matt
fuck
Mamross out of
yeah.
retirement. He's played every single Review Starlight card, more than once, more than any other man should. We already did Grisaya, we already did Psychono, we got through Bang Dream.
I think it might just be those 3 for now.
Yeah, Azure Lane, Relive.
Eventful Guilty Gear, dude.
Yeah, Guilty Gear is gonna be hype.
Guilty Gear, I'm so hyped for. And then Spy Family Chainsaw Man. But yeah,
I think that's all.
that's the upcoming content. Paru's Custom Corner clipping away.
yeah.
Paru's hard at work. The way that works is Paru records them, and then when he's done, he sends them to me. I edit them, and then I upload them like midweek. Like if he's got multiple videos, it was like a big set review. I usually try to start them like Monday, Tuesday, unless there was a like overhanging set review from the previous week. But they like try to start midweek, like Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on if it's like a single video. Like Hunter x Hunter went up on Wednesday because it was a single video.
Dude, I got a lot of people sending me stuff. I'm starting to drown.
Yeah. I knew that you were going to get an insane response because no one covers custom cards at all, which was why I was like, yeah, it's so sick. Like, this is something that deserves to be covered because it's really cool. And I think it's a fun thought exercise for players of all levels. Like, competitive players, it helps you, like, know what, like, correct power budgeting is. So if someone, like, unintentionally misrepresents an effect, you're like, okay, that doesn't sound right. We're gonna check that and stuff like that. That's a really important, very undervalued Weiss Schwarz skill that not a lot of people talk about. I think one of the only other people that's talked about that is like 3-6 cancel in his power balancing video of how that's like an important skill as a player to have, is like understand the power balancing, so you know like when cards make sense and when they don't make sense. With power creep, that kind of makes it a little weird, but like it's still a valuable thing. And then, of course, like, casual crowd, people are just into, like, seeing cards of stuff. It's, like, really cool. So it's really awesome content. I'm glad you're doing it.
I have my own really dank custom set coming up, too.
Oh, yeah, I've seen some cards from that. Gonna get some minuses in the balance category, Paru, I'm sorry.
Oh, absolutely. There's some cracked shit in there.
Mm-hmm. I like the card that's just, like, fuck Ainz. We fucking hate
There
Ainz.
is a card that says auto...
auto destroy Ainz.
Yeah.
Very funny. Ollie, you got anything? Any shout outs? Anything you want to say?
Shout outs to PGH Weiss Schwarz for letting me come on all the time.
Well, we love to have you, Ollie. Yeah. You guys are our best guests. You're here all the time. Paru's not even a guest anymore.
I am a content creator.
True.
I like being involved in other people's content because I'm not smart enough to come up with my own.
Nice.
I'm barely smart enough to make content. We didn't even, dude. Our content isn't even original. We just stole it from top tier tiers. They didn't want to do it They didn't want to do it anymore anyway. Alpha said many times, it's like, I'm very thankful other people do set reviews because we hated doing them. So we're in the clear there. One thing I wanted to mention, I know Andy hasn't been on the cast in a while. That's because Andy's work schedule is like massively in flux recently. He's been getting moved around at the card shop on different days, so it's really hard to schedule with him. But I am going to sit down and get him on something very soon. I know that he has a thing on Paru's Custom Corner that he wants to be on. That Andy and Paru have already talked about. That's in the chamber. And you know, getting us all together to record a set review is a lot harder than just Paru tracking down Andy, so that'll probably come out before that happens. But Andy's not gone; he's around. It's really, and he still helps us, like, you know, come up with content ideas and stuff like that. It's just that his work schedule has been so hard for anybody to work with that it's been impossible to get him on. Which is why for Grisaya we had his notes on every card.
The ghost of Andy passed.
Yeah, because we put it off for so long, we couldn't put off any longer, and he was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna go through and I'll review every card. You guys can talk about it." So, but he's still around. It's just work's been killing him lately. I think that's it. Anybody have anything else? Anything else they want to say?
Make sure to go watch Paru's Custom Corner.
Yes, go watch Paru's Custom Corner. It's good content.
It is good.
Oliver's in it, if you like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of Assassin's Creed. That one was good. That was a funny set review. Assassin's Creed. All those cards work together. It's like not a single card that like stands alone in that. It's funny.
Truly a set of all time.
All right, and with that, Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz signing off. We will see you all in the next one.
Peace.